Hey guys, this is Concepto with TriloG Studios, and today we're going to be talking about Galahad 3093. Now, I've been playing the beta here for a couple weeks now. The beta is not currently open at this moment in time that I'm recording this video. It's going to be open, I think, tomorrow or so, but I really wanted to kind of like get my opinions out there. I built up a lot over time, and I kind of wanted to like wait, because you know, sometimes when you play something or try something out, you may have like a strong negative opinion about something or strong positive opinion about something, but like you have to let like simmer down. You know, like you try a game for the first time, you're like, oh, this is the best ever, because you're super excited about it. But if you really play it for a while and critique it, you start to narrow down your thinking. So I wanted to make a video. I've been wanting to make a lot of kind of points and suggestions to this game, because it seems like this is like something that I really want, because this fills like a void in my Mecha gaming life for the kind of game that it is. But at the same time, it's just really just frustration is the key word here. Today we are going to be showing some gameplay in the background, and I'm even going to cut to some of the voiceovers that I had during those gameplay sessions, because I played with some friends here. I try to get some friends in and see how they initially feel about it, because they love mecha games as well, and to kind of get their fresh opinions about this game. There's so many things that I can say about this game. I'm not necessarily going to try to go over things like balance, because balance can be kind of fixed throughout the game's life, except for like a couple things that I feel that break the game and how it's generally played. So before I go into that, just so you know, so it's less confusing in the background's gonna be playing just some gameplay. I might be going through a couple maps here. So bots in this game is one of the cool parts about this game, that if there's not a lot of people, they're gonna have bots, and where there's at least 8 people per team. Granted, the bots are not that good. The AI is extremely bad, so it doesn't even feel like they're really doing much. But they can kill you. So they've gotten a little bit better at killing you, but not really good at playing the objective of the game. So before we go into like anything, I want to kind of explain how the games are played. So essentially, you have your mech, and your character is capture points, really. But it's not necessarily capture the points per se, where there's like 1 point and you capture, like, try to get more, kind of like Battlefield. In a way, it's like Battlefield, but in a way, it's not, because there's spawn points that you have to capture. They allow you to spawn in different points of the map, and there's also the main capture points. Now, after you capture a point, here's the main thing that I like and I don't like. After you capture a normal point, a neutral point, it turns to your base, obviously, but then also you are granted like these 4 generators for that base, along with some base like kind of defenses, right? Which, okay, I kind of get the concept of it. It almost is like akin to like some kind of like attack the fortress mode or something like that, or like some old Battlefront kind of mode where you have to go through, kill the generators to go to the next spot. But this is not necessarily that at all. So what you have to do is you have to destroy all 4 generators before you can capture or even neutralize the main flag. Now, the part that I don't like about this, again, is after you go through the side mission of destroying all the generators, this is usually done by 1, maybe 2 people. Obviously, if you have a full team of humans, you want this is probably going to be done a little bit better. I get it, like they're probably making it hard enough so people can master the game and then it becomes cool, right? But like, we're trying to have just players in the game, not always just having to look forward to only pros playing. So you want the new people to come in to kind of understand what's going on. Anyways, after you capture the point, it neutralizes. Now it becomes anyone's game. And even though you can capture the point quickly while it's neutral, your opponent can come for the steal. Now, I guess this is something that, like, yeah, you can do, but to be annoying, I literally played an entire weekend where all I did was capture points at the beginning, capture points in neutral states. I would never heal generators. I would never attack generators. And I've had so much success, it was crazy. It's just kind of like, is this how the game is supposed to be played? Where you simply just wait until your opponent neutralizes it, you kill your opponent, and then you steal the neutral point to get all the generators back. So once they spent their good 10 minutes, maybe a couple minutes, because they have like a generator kill spec, killing all of these points, then they're like, okay, time to capture the flag. It is not like you kill all the generators and it starts going to your favor. Is you kill the generators, then you have to jump to the flag, and moving around is extremely frustrating game. I'll get to that point in a second here. Sorry, I have no script right now. I'm just going off kilter. I'm just going off my memory from what I played last week. So sorry if this is all over the place. Once you get back to that flag to try to capture it, it goes from your enemy's color, which is red, to neutral, which is gray, and then once you capture it, it becomes yours. And it feels really good to capture a point because you get all 4 generators and you're like, okay, this base is technically doesn't need to be defended. It's just everything's on a timer. You don't really need to defend it until you start seeing the generators kind of go down and get destroyed. But at that moment, you have a chance for your point to get taken from you. And that's what sucks the most. I've made a spec to where all it does is it capture points very quickly and it kills generators very quickly. And I don't ever really engage in combat. And if I do, I'm doing it from far away with these Griffin missiles. Maybe that's just how I play. That's not how everyone plays. I know a lot of people are rocking the super heavies because they like the extra damage. And that's pretty fun because mainly they just want to kill each other. They just want to get to a closer range, kill each other. Let's talk about the movement of the game because that's like another main frustration. And that's a frustration that me and my friends have equally share. And that's something I can't get over in every single game. I understand that there's always a level of mastery to something. But again, I don't think you have to have mastered something in order to finally enjoy it. Does that make sense? Like, in order to fully jump around the maps and feel for the maps, should you have to first master every single spot in the map where you can jump and the jump heights of each craft? And if you spec it to have 10% more jump height, 15% more jump speed, or whatever is the percentage that they grant you, to know how far that puts you, should there be a marker? Should there be a parabola marker that shows you where you're going to land? Should you have more control innately? I don't know. All I know, I've come up with a couple things. I think that like the maps on the game don't really match the movement. It's like maybe the one on Enceladus map probably is the best one in terms of like, at least for me when I play my light mech, because I can jump across the map and then tag points with katana, which is broken. Again, I don't want to go over too much balanced things. I just want to go over the what most frustrating things of the game. And anything else can be tweaked with just number changes. But the movement is the frustrating thing in the game. Now, when you're on the ground shooting side to side, that's pretty all right. That's like a normal shooting game. Like you generally don't like shoot at people more so like a Battlefield game or a Call of Duty game where you kind of like get certain shots in certain areas of the body. You're really just trying to, it's almost like a dancing duel where you're both just trying to get the most damage on each other as much as possible. You're not like too much LOSing. It can be kind of fun. I'm not gonna lie. That's why most people just go in for combat and they just go in to try to kill each other, because I think that's really fun. But at the same time, how the maps are designed, it's not like you're really funneling the people. And most of the games that I played, you might see some in the clips behind here, that what we really do is once somebody captures all the maps, like one team captures all the maps, all we want to do is just kind of just like kill the spawn point. It's like the negative thing to do. I just feel like that's more so just the more fun thing to do. And like, they don't necessarily get to the point, what some people do, but like where we truly spawn camp, where we're like, don't let them get out, but we just kind of like want to be like multi-battle, things like that. Now, the main thing about the movement of the game that I don't like is this jump pack thing. And I feel like if anyone who's developing this game is listening to this, they're probably going to be like, oh, of course, I knew he was going to say the jump pack thing. I knew it. I don't know the devs, but that's how I feel like they would know, because I feel like that was probably something that was tried and not mainly liked by everyone, because it's not liked by anyone I know. And it's like the only reason that they play certain classes is because their jump is tolerable. Like, why do we play the heavy or the super heavy? Is because the jump is tolerable. You can press E and you don't jump across the map. Like, you have this skim fuel, your sprinting has a gauge. And that makes sense. You're running in a giant mech, right? Your fuel has a gauge. So that's fine. And of course you want to spec for higher use and stuff like that. That's cool. Then you have this jump thing where you press E. It's like auto exit battle. So you're having this awesome duel, like I said. And when you're about to die, you just press E. And it's really hard to chase someone. Now I know that there's going to be players out there like, oh, I can chase you down, no matter. I don't care. It's going to chase you down. I'm the best at this game. No, that doesn't matter, because you can press E, you can teleport, press E, and then press teleport back, and then your opponent is jumped across the map. Or when you don't have any kind of air control whatsoever. Now they have an ability in the game where they give you these things. Now I'm guessing like they put this in the game knowing that they like at least can try it out, but maybe they don't want to give it to everyone just yet, because that chasing thing could be a little bit harder to do. I'm not really sure the reason. I'm not going to go into the balance of that. I'm just going to the fact that when you press E, your character goes from one point to the next, just going through the air until you smack something. So you can't make yourself turn too well, a little bit, not too well. Again, that's where the spec comes from. But when you smack a wall with your E accidentally or hit something in the air, you have to wait until that thing is all the way back. And that's, I guess, fine. But why is this frustrating? Well, because how the maps got designed again. When you're going through capturing these generators, capturing these points, there's sometimes like not even that high. You can see where the point is, and then you have to like, you want to jump above there, but the game is saying, no, you can't do that. We don't want you to have that easy access to coming up here by pressing E or jumping. What we want you to do is have to go inside this building, go up these 19 winding staircases or ramps, and then finally turn the corner to capture a point. Now that's going to segue into why I think this ability is so broken. There's an ability called the Katana from Izzy. Everyone who's listening to this who played Galahad knows what I'm talking about. I've done it again. I spent a whole week just seeing how good this is, and I was trying to literally cause frustration with other players so they can complain about it. You know, I guess I was playing that guy because I was complaining about it myself, but everyone's saying like, whatever. Now, I don't know if I have gameplay of me capturing these points or people even ranting about it, but I would have people like say like, this is crazy. I can't believe you captured the points. I would capture all 3 points in less than 15 seconds. Just me. Now, there's supposed to be like 12 versus 12, 16 versus 16 combat, right? It's supposed to be like this mass struggle to get these things. It is not. It was funny because like I told everyone, play katana, do it, just play it. The next round, you would see like 5 katanas on 1 point. I wish I had that clip, but like there were like 5 katanas on 1 point, all different colors. It's like, oh, because that's the way to play it. You have to play this, and that's the only way to really capture points. Like you have someone like Gwen who counts as 2 units. That's a cool ability, guys. That's a cool ability. You count as 2, so you want to go ahead and jump on a point, make a dome, put some sentinels in there, make it a place that's not safe for your opponent to be, or get close to the point, and then they don't want to sit there and fight you because they're going to eventually lose the point anyway. You know? I get why the katana is there because you want to have these clutch takes, these clutch plays going around, but I think it's just a little bit too much because to Izzy, the map is smaller. To everyone else, the maps are massive. Especially the map that's like a little mine map that's like thin corridor. Like that's the map that I usually quit on. And also the water map. Honestly, guys, either abandon the water map or make a ground. You guys want everyone to use these super jumps. If they hit the ground, let them super jump. Or at least die faster when you hit the water. Like when you jump in the water, you die. You take forever to die. Die faster. They hit the water, boom, gone. Make it lava. Something. Like, make it less frustrating. If you guys spent a million years to make this map, I understand. They are super complex. The maps are too complex for this game. Simplify it. Start simple. Like, I'm telling you, I was asking my friends, if they guys can put me on a green wire map with no features, I think this game would be great. You might hear me in the background. I might play a clip later, but what I say to my friends, I say, look, imagine this game, everything that it is right now. Nothing changed, no balance changes, nothing. But imagine playing on Blood Gulch from Halo. Imagine playing on some of the Halo maps. They were like, yo, you know what? That'll probably be cool. Blood Gulch, like, that's just an old school legendary map. We just know about it. It's super simple. Think about it. Why is it so known? Just people hearing me say that probably had the map in their mind and all the fun times they've had there. Oh, because warthogs, things like that. Okay, so we have super jumps now. Something. But like it's simple. Put the pin on the board and tackle these things. Sorry, I'm like being all over the place with my points here, but I'm trying to like tactate these certain things that are constant frustrations that always come up. I've had frustrations with a lot of things, and they've been working on a little bit of things, like a lot of the visual stuff. A lot of visual stuff in the game, a lot of things looking similar, a lot of things not looking, like when I first started playing, the main point was the same shape and color as like the generators, so you didn't know what to capture. I was a brand new player. I didn't know what to do. So I'll go to these generators that are neutral. I'm like, what do I do with this? Do I shoot it? So I'm not how to play now. And I don't want to blame the game for being bad, for not having a tutorial. Guys, think about it this way. Don't feel like, the game is just hard to understand because there's no tutorial in the game right now. If you can make a game that's easy to pick up in a couple games and easy to understand without a tutorial, then you've done something good. You've made it simple enough. And simple games can have different layers of complexity to the point where the masters fight with the masters and the noobs can still have fun. Not running on a script here. I have a ton of footage of this game. I took a ton of, I think it took like maybe 50 gigs worth of videos, and I was like thinking like, you know what? I don't want to sit there and make a lot of Galahad videos because I don't think it's ready for that. But I say that, but this thing has been in beta for a long time. And honestly, guys, I feel like there's not a lot of work being done between beta weekends. I don't understand how big the team is. And it's really bad for me to like compare it to other games that I played that are in beta, that you see constant updates all the time. Sift through the comments you guys get in your Discord. I haven't really made any because I wanted to like stack them up. And a lot of the things that I really wanted to put up is regarding balance. And I don't really, you know what, balance is whatever, but you can fix balance whenever, you know. But the things that really frustrate me about the game are like the katana. Like every other character is okay. Just okay. The teleport guy is pretty good. And Nim. And I think the reason why people play teleport, I forget his name, I forget his name. But I think why people play him and why people play Nim is because they have better movement. And that's honestly, I think I made a video explaining like, these are the best characters in the game because of movement. Because you're able to double jump. I think almost maybe all robots should be able to just be able to jump to where they want to go. Just allow people to get to where they want to go a little bit easier. Instead of like if they miss the E, or honestly like the better players, what we do is we understand the arc of the E jump. I'm gonna call it the E jump. The arc of the super jump. I'll call it the super jump. The arc of the super jump is you just smack your head against a roof. I've seen it done all the time. I do it all the time. I jump, I'm skidding around, and I just press E, smack against the roof, and I kind of fling myself. Because there is kind of cool physics in this game. The physics are here. Do more with the physics, guys. Make more hounds on the ground. Something cool with physics. You have it in the game, do it. It's awesome. But like just smacking your head against the ceiling to land on the point. It's like, that's the only way to really effectively use it. Is that the way to do things? I don't know. Because sometimes if you miss it, you're like, ugh. Okay, now I have to go inside. Where's the door? Because it's not like easy to find. Every base is different. They're not mirror images of each other. Give us a mirror match, guys. Give us a map that's the same on both sides. Why not? Why does, like, honestly, when I play games, if I end up in one spawn point, I can capture the points way slower or way faster than if I spawned in the other one. Just because how the mountains are. It's kind of weird to say. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. Like on one of the Mars maps, the red maps. I don't know if it's Mars or Titan. I'm not sure where that is in the universe. I think you can see Jupiter, so it might be Titan. Is that Titan? Anyways, like you jump from your starting point. You can immediately take A, turn slightly, land on B, and then spike C. No, I got it backwards. You take C, land on B, and then spike A for when your next katana is ready. Because you spec for 50% cooldown on Izzy. You know what I'm talking about, guys. Come on, you know what map that is. But if you're on the other side, you can't do it. And then when you're on Celadus, same thing. You jump throw katana on C, land on A, and then once you capture A, your jump is ready again. You just jump on B. But you can't do it the other way around. You can't do it in that direction just because of how it just, I don't know. Like, make a mirror map. Make a wireframe with nothing on it. Test it out first. See how it feels. Then add stuff. Make it simple. It's too overly complicating. And I feel like once you do get those professional players, they're going to know the difference between both sides. That's why some players are asking, I want to know where I'm going to spawn in the next game. Where's my spawn point going to be in the next game so I can at least know? Maybe I just haven't figured out a way to capture the points faster from both sides yet. I don't know. Even on the ground map, in the little mine, being able to skid out and look up, grab A, and just while you're falling, grab A, and then land on B on a little corridor thing. Same thing. I don't know. Maybe I've had luck and maybe I haven't mastered it yet. But I'm all talking about like Izzy katanas, right? Because like, again, she makes the map even smaller. I think people like Nim and Mordred make the map more tolerable. That's why people don't really play the other ones. People might mess around with Arthur because he has a super cool ability that can kill you. Okay, because again, one of the coolest parts about the game is fighting each other. But if that's one of the coolest part of the game, how come no one really runs the wolf guy or the fire dude? Like, those are some cool abilities. They just don't do anything. And they don't do anything with these kind of map types. What are you going to do? Hope someone's inside of a building with you? Where there's nothing important but a generator? Again, you don't have to care about the generators. Don't even heal the generators. Just wait for the point to go neutral. That's where the game is right now for me. If you guys want to know my position in the game, I'm like, I don't know, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't. But some people think it does, and they want to act like they're like the best. Be like, oh, look, I got so many kills this round. Ha ha, here's a screenshot. I got 50 kills this round. I got this and that. How about you try to help the game, instead of just like spouting you're the best because of in the current game state. The game's not a real game yet. All that's going to be gone. So my current standings right now are like, I'm at least top 10. I can say I'm top 10. And even in the duels, I feel like I have a better understanding on how to kill you. But at the same time, I have all the stuff. Almost all the stuff. There's like a couple things that I would probably never buy, never use in the game. But I mostly have everything, at least in terms of the skills. All the tier 5 stuff. And honestly, it makes it way easier to kill my opponents. That's just what it is. But yeah, right now, the game is just frustrating. And I literally go into the living room. My girlfriend's like, what's going on? I'm like, I just play Galahad. It's like that right now. Maybe I need to do my part and start throwing up a massive amount of suggestions into their forums. But I didn't want to, a part of me didn't want to sprinkle it because I didn't want to just like go off my, like I said in the beginning of this rant, I didn't want to go off my initial reaction and it be like kind of negative. Because I don't want suggestions to feel like they're negative or like you haven't made it right. Because everyone feels a certain way and they want something different. So I wanted to kind of make like a big post and really explain that I'm trying to narrow it down to like gameplay portions. And everything else you can fix yourself. Balance. I don't want to discuss balance unless it's game breaking. Izzy's katana is game breaking. You shouldn't, because the way the game is played right now, which is probably not how it's going to be in the future, there's probably going to be a countdown start. But right now, it just rotates to the map. The next one, the next one, the next one, the next one. And if I'm an Izzy player and I click that little check mark to allow me to go into the next game, I more than likely will win that round. And not going to lie, and I've been telling people this, I was literally building and painting with an airbrush, not even playing the game. All I would do is use Izzy, grab the point, and then AFK. Until I saw a neutral point. I would get next to it, wait till it goes neutral, and then take it. I could not lose. It was kind of sad. I'm like, this is the way I'm doing it. And I would explain it. I was saying in chat, this is what I'm doing. I'm building Gundams right now, and I'm winning. There is something innately wrong here, where people have to capture all the generators and then have it taken from them because I'm using an incredible amount of splash damage, whatever. And then I'm using the katana. And if the katana's there, it stops you from taking the point, and especially stops you from taking, I think it just stops you from taking the supply thing. So that's something you guys need to figure out. Put on the board, figure it out, or make something different. Do something different with it. But here's the thing why katana is kind of crazy is because how the maps are. It probably wouldn't be that crazy if it wasn't with these particular maps. Because again, for her, the map is the smallest because she can capture points from across the map compared to everyone else. If it wasn't for that, if the maps were designed a little bit differently, maybe that's too much time to go back on. We're not worrying about fixing those maps. Take some stuff out the maps. Condense it. Take away C on the Solidus and just make A versus B. Take a point away. Cut that part of the map off. Make it smaller. I don't know. Terraform it. I don't know. Like, I know because of my friends who played it and, their initial reactions that, come on, guys. You think are you going to capture everyone with this? With the way that it is now? Don't just look for balances and making sure everything's right and this gun isn't that stronger than that gun. And there's a lot of that too. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about this gun and shotgun feels useless and this and that and this and this and this and that. The maps, the katana, and the movement. Those are my points that I've always fall back on. And it makes me very, very upset and frustrated. So what I'm going to do is in the background, I'm going to play my ranting points in Eclipse. Now, again, take those with a grain of salt because those are moments where I was like in the middle of it and I was kind of very passionate about it. Right now, it's like literally like 5 o'clock in the morning and I wanted to get this done before I went to bed. If you made it this far in the video, thank you so much. I know it's been crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and play clips from this point forward. You guys can just let them go, check them out. But I'm gonna go ahead and just throw the ending here. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Throw your comments down below if you play this game, if you're interested in playing this game, or you see things about this game, you haven't played it, but you see something about it like you have any questions about it, go ahead and let me know. See if I can see if I can answer again. I played about 4 of these betas weekends, and I played them for a ton of time. So I put over 50 hours in this game so far. So I feel like that's a good amount of time for me to finally say, hey, we're ready for a change. We're ready to say our piece here. And of course, subscribe if you haven't. We're going to be playing more. This is a new type of video here. We don't really necessarily do ton of rants videos, but we might be going to some reviews later. And of course, if you really truly like the game, and I do like portions of the game, guys, I'll do like some like specs on like how I build my mech and things like that, how I play certain maps and things like that, like tips and tricks on how to play some of these games. Because again, we're pretty much a 2-part channel here. We're going to be doing like a lot of Gunpla stuff, which branches into a lot of many different things in Gunpla, and a lot of mech games, which again branches into many things in the mech game field. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm still trying to find out what I like, my niche and everything. And sometimes the build videos I like doing, but I get caught up in life, and those build videos take a crap ton of time. And I know people who other channels who do build videos, they're fine with taking like 3-week breaks and doing a lot of small content in between. Not necessarily small content, just doing post, and they hit you with a big video. That's cool on them. I kind of want to get you guys a little bit more frequent stuff. And because we do the big videos too, they just kind of take long. So some of the builds that you do see on my channel are builds that I've completed like months ago, but I still want to share them with you. This just because it wasn't done like yesterday doesn't mean I don't want to share them with you still. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. I know life can be hard out there, way more frustrating than this game can ever be, but keep your head up, keep moving forward, keep challenging yourself, and most importantly, let nothing stop you. Peace out, guys.